Hello guys, welcome to the last part of this tutorial on how to retouch passion portraits. So this is the last part. This is the fifth part actually. So if you've not seen the first, second, third and fourth video, I would advise that you go check it out and come back to this, because this is the last part of a 5-part series. So I'm going to show you in this video how to sharpen your image and how to export it for the social media and how to export it for print. And instead of showing you and talking about how to sharpen your image and all, so to sharpen this image, I'm going to use this sharpen with IPass 1.8, and this is another one, sharpen IPass with IPass 2.8. So if you want a very strong sharpening, use this one, that is the 2.8, and if you want to use a smaller sharpening, then use sharpen with IPass 1.8. So I'm just going to zoom into this image and see what I'm dealing with, so I can know if I have to sharpen it a lot or if I have to sharpen it just a little. But what I'm saying, this image is already sharp and there is little sharpening that I need to do on it. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sharpen it with the 1.8 because I need very minimal sharpening here. The image is sharp already. Okay, so I'm just going to sharpen it with the IPass 1.8. Let me zoom in a little bit more so I can see the face. Let me zoom in there. Okay, so I'm just going to click on sharpen with IPass 1.8. Okay, and the action is just going to run through by itself, and it's going to give us a minimal amount of sharpening. Okay, so if you look at the image now, you see that I've added a little bit of sharpening to it, and I don't want to over exaggerate this because I want some decent amount of sharpening in there. So you can see that the details of the skin is popping out, and the details on the neck is popping because I've sharpened it just a little. So I'm just going to reduce the opacity because I feel this is still too strong. So I'm going to reduce it to around let me just leave it at around 60%. Okay, yeah, and that is just about it, and that is how I would sharpen this image. Now if I need a very strong sharpening, maybe because my image is kind of soft and it's not as sharp as I want it to be, then I can use this sharpen with 2.8, and it's just going to give me a very strong sharpening. Okay, now that I'm done with my sharpening, I can go ahead and export this image. Okay, and to do that, I'll just come to File, Export, and click on Export As. So to export this for social media, I'm just going to change my format to JPEG, and then I'm going to change the height of the image size, not the canvas size. Okay, the height of the image size, I'm just going to change it to 2048 pixels. I've used this pixel a lot of times and it really works for me, and that is what I used all the time. So I use it for myself, for my Instagram, for my Facebook, and it works really well. There is no downsizing that occurs that makes me lose details in my picture. This is how I export my picture to retain that high quality resolution that you see on my images on my social media. So I recommend that you use this pixel because it works really well. And for my metadata, I'm going to check this copyright and contact info because I want that to be exported along with my image. So if you haven't done this copyright and contact info, if you haven't input your details in there, so you can do that in Photoshop by going to edit. You will see the setting there under preferences or something, I think. Add your contact info and just use it because it's really good. It makes people access you easily. If you're looking at your image on a computer or somebody download your image over the internet, it's going to have a copyright info, and that is a good thing. Then I'm going to make sure that convert to Srgb is checked because I do not want this to remain in Adobe RGB, which is what we've been working on in Photoshop. That is the color space that we're using because phones don't support Adobe RGB. The internet doesn't support Adobe RGB. What phones and internet supports is Srgb, and that's exactly what I'm going to convert my color space to. Then I'm going to click Export All, and that will be it. So let me go to Output. and export this, and I can just rename it as social media. Save. And once that is done, that will be the end of this retouching tutorial. Okay, so now that I'm done exporting my image, I can go and check it because now it's in JPEG form. So I can go and check it in Capture One, so I can see how far I've come. So let me just minimize this and go to Capture One. So if I come to the output folder here, you'll see that the picture is in there already. This is the social media stuff that I tapped in when I was exporting. So if you come back to the capture folder, you see that this is where we started. Let me just click on the before. So this is where we started from. This is what the picture looked like straight from camera. And when I processed it in Capture One, this is what it looks like. And then we moved to Photoshop and we did some retouching on it. We did the frequency separation, we did the dodging and burning, the color grading, and all of the stuff. And then we got in here, and this is the final image. So this is the before. This is the before, and this is the after. The before and the after. Before, after. So thank you so much, guys, for staying through, for staying with this tutorial to the end. So if you've learned a thing or two, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channels, because I'll be uploading some more tutorials on how to retouch and how to light and general photography tutorials. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in another video. Thank you.